As a transplant recipient, you know that maintaining a balanced and well functioning immune system is crucial to preventing infections, managing rejection, and ensuring your overall health. Immune boosting and immune supporting are often used interchangeably, but they represent distinct approaches and significant implications for transplant recipients. Today, I'm diving into the differences and exploring the most appropriate strategy if you are a transplant recipient. Aloha, friend, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Gina, and I have been on my kidney transplant journey for the past 31 years. And on this channel, I share tips and strategies for how to strive and thrive in your second chance. So, immune boosting typically involves stimulating the immune system to increase its activity and response. And while this approach is beneficial for non transplant recipients, it can be dangerous for us due to the following reasons. Number one, graft rejection. An overactive immune system can recognize the transplanted organ as foreign and then initiate an immune response, which could lead to rejection. Number two, increased infection risk. A hyperactive immune system may not differentiate between harmful pathogens and beneficial microorganisms, which could potentially lead to increased susceptibility to infections. And the third one, which actually surprised me when I was doing my research, is chronic inflammation. So, prolonged immune activation can contribute to chronic inflammation, which, of course, is linked to various other health issues like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. An immune supporting focus um, is nourishing and optimizing on the immune system, promoting a balanced and adaptive response. So, this approach is much more suitable for transplant recipients for a few reasons. Number one, enhanced immune function. So, providing the immune system with the necessary nutrients and cofactors to function optimally without becoming overactive. So, this is really beneficial because even though you have a lowered immune system, you do still have an immune system. So you want the one that you have to be optimal and work as balanced as possible. Another way this approach works is by promoting immune regulation. So, fostering a balanced immune response that can differentiate between harmful pathogens and beneficial microorganisms reduces your risk of infection and rejection. And then finally, reducing inflammation. So, when you support a healthy inflammatory response, you can minimize chronic inflammation and its associated health issues. So, what are some practical strategies for immune support in transplant recipients? The first one is nutrition. So, there are some foods that should not be consumed. For instance, raw or undercooked foods like sushi, rare meat, and unpasteurized dairy can harbor harmful bacteria, parasites, or viruses that could cause infections. So you should avoid these foods to minimize the risk of illness. And I do remember 31 years ago that was the main thing that they told me not to consume was raw foods. So, no sushi, no oysters. And fortunately, I'm not a big fish eater anyway, so that wasn't a big deal for me. But um, I know today I've learned that transplant recipients are giving like a list of foods that they shouldn't consume because they might potentially interact with their medications. But the raw food one was the one that I remember. Alcohol is next on the no good list. So alcohol can actually weaken your immune system and interfere with the absorption of the life-saving medication that you are taking. So as a transplant recipient, you should avoid or limit your alcohol consumption as advised by your healthcare provider. Plus, there is so much research that has come out recently about the negative effects of alcohol and not just for transplant recipients. So, that whole glass of wine a day is healthy for you, that glass of red wine, that was just a marketing slogan. I know, I was so disappointed when I heard this because I was all about having my red wine, not daily, of course, I've never been a big drinker, but, still, it was disappointing to hear, and since I've learned this information, I have decided to really cut my alcohol consumption, again, even though it was already minimal to begin with, to almost none, because I just don't want another reason for my body to reject my kidney. So, just something to consider. Okay, so those are the definite no-nos, but what are the ways that you can support your immune system? Well, consuming a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. You could also incorporate superfoods like spirulina, chlorella, and turmeric, which is great at reducing inflammation in the body. And also, they provide essential nutrients and have immune supporting properties. And make sure you have an adequate intake of vitamins and minerals to support your immune function. And next on the list is herbal supplements. Now, I know I'm going to get some slack for this category, but I do believe that herbs can be supportive. Some herbs, however, such as echinacea and St. John's wort, I believe, are immune boosting and should be avoided or taken on a very limited basis, like, maybe 10 days or something like that. But there are some herbs that are worth considering. I don't believe that you should just, you know, say no herbs at all because you cook, right? You're using herbs when you cook. You're just going to stop using oregano and thyme? No, that's just crazy. So, some herbs, such as adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha, rhodiola, and holy basil, really help your body to adapt to stress and support your immune function without overstimulation. In my household, we love to consume holy basil as a tea because it is so delicious. You could also explore immune modulating herbs like reishi, shiitake, and astragalus, which can help to regulate and balance your immune system. But of course, check with your doctor before trying anything new to make sure that it does not interfere with your medications. Um, so probiotics are next. And as you know, the medications can really wreak havoc on your gut, but taking a really good probiotic can help you to maintain a healthy gut microbiome to support your immune function and reduce inflammation. Next on the list to support your immune system is mind body practices. This is my favorite strategy because it's what I work on with my clients. I'm very passionate about this particular category. So, engaging in mindfulness meditation, yoga, deep breathing, and other stress reduction techniques promotes immune balance and homeostasis in the body and overall well being. And then the last category is exercise. So, incorporating regular, moderate intensity exercise into your routine to support your immune function and reduce inflammation is a great way to balance that immune system. Walking is one of the best and easiest forms of exercise that you can do. I'm currently still in my walking challenge at the moment. And There are so many benefits of walking. I did a whole video on this, which I will link in the description below. So, in conclusion, immune boosting and immune supporting really represent distinct approaches with significant implications as a transplant recipient. By adopting an immune supporting strategy, you can nourish and optimize your immune system and promote a balanced and adaptive response that minimizes your risk of rejection, infections, and chronic inflammation. As always, though, please be sure to consult with your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your health regimen. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other transplant recipients to find this content. And if you want more videos on post-transplant health, holistic wellness, mindset, and daily habits that help you to thrive, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That's it for this week. I will see you in the next video.